A synaptic trip. Throughout my master thesis, I questioned the architectural design process, in particular my own way of working. How do we come up with ideas? How do we make decisions? How are we influenced by the outside world and by our own? Thus, I developed a self-analysis tool, a meta-diagram of each step happening in my brain while making architecture. To help me develop this tool, I decided to make a traditional project, a student and rental housing competition in Berlin-Kreuzberg. Over these few months, I mapped the operations occurring during my design process. In a way, I watched myself while working. The diagram is composed of nodes. The blue rounded rectangle, which stands for an input-output parameter, is feeding the white rectangle in operation. The different ways the nodes can be linked and the distribution of the diagram in space are explained in a more detailed video. This system can cover very rational operations. For example, how the number of square meters required in the program conditioned the sketching of the urban composition, as well as more intuitive and emotional ones. For instance, a vague memory of a trip in Barcelona I made 3 years ago with my studio led me to the reference of the housing project Walden 7 from Ricardo Bofill. This reference influenced my circulation concept. I designed access balconies, creating physical as well as visual connections between the flats. The focus I put on differentiating the emotional from the rational in the architectural design process made it clearer to me at which moment in time or in which operations the human's intuition played a more or less important role, as opposed to an objective and rational decision-making, which machines could achieve. This work is not trying to explain objectively how the architectural design process works. It is subjective, looking at my own way of working. It would look different for each of us. Like looking through a dynamic prism, this diagram helps create stimulating situations for the mind, and I intend to continue using and developing it.